Hello group 3, welcome to your reading. You guys chose this Opalite heart. I actually forgot the name of this stone in the beginning, but yeah, that's the Opalite. So what we have today here is the mirror spread that I like to do in my private readings, and it gives me a lot of interesting information. So essentially how it works, it represents one side, it represents person number 1, second side, another side, it represents person number 2. I will not assign a sign to aside which one is you. It's for you to decide. Whatever resonates, whatever side or part resonates, you'll use it as point of reference for you. So the opposite is going to be the other person. So what we see here for the positions is these two cards represent the present energy of the people. This is the past energies. This is the future energies where they're moving towards, and these cards represent the steps that are necessary to be made to come into the union, in the divine timing as soon as possible. And this card is the card of the union, represents the union as a whole, and also gives me an ultimate advice for the person who is watching. So for the divine timing, when I say divine timing, I think I mentioned earlier, I believe that divine timing is not linear timing. It's not like a fixed point in time when we think, okay, this date, this is going to happen. I believe it's more complex, and it's more like puzzles coming together, and all the little things just aligning, and then this perfect time happens. So depending on you or other people, if you're ready, if you're receiving, if you're ready to receive, if you're ready to move forward, if you're ready to do the work, and you're not resisting, so your divine timing will happen, linearly speaking, faster, than for those who will resist and don't want to do, necessary steps, to certain things. So for this union, we will see, so you'll have these two cards that will represent your and other person's steps in order to make it happen faster. So for the side number 1, we have here their present energy. It's Page of Pentacles. For the past energies, we got 2 cards, and we have seems like it's 10 of wands in reverse, and we have the Hermit. It's a very beautiful deck, as you can see. It's called TrueBlack Tarot. I'll put the link, the name in the description if you're interested. And we have future energy. We have Queen of Swords. Okay. So for this person number 2, what we have is the Hangman in the present. Past energies, we will have the Queen of Wands. Okay. Future energies, the Chariot. Okay. Archangel Michael here. And the steps, we'll look at this later. All right, guys, let me just kind of get the idea. And let's start. Okay, so what I see here is let's start with this person number 1. So this person at this present moment right now are in it's the feeling when it's like it's the first day of school kind of feeling, first day at work kind of feeling, or new friend in the group, something new. It's not, I wouldn't say that something new just started for you, but it seems like you feel like a new, how do I say it? Something new is about to start or to happen to you, kind of thing. There is an idea, or maybe there's a set. It feels like if you found a new job, or they found a new job, it seems like there's a set date for something to like, like, let's say January 20th, I am going to, start a new job. You're not there yet, but you already have this feeling like, how's it gonna work, how people will, what people will think about me, like, I hope I'm not gonna, f this up and all that stuff, So this is the feeling I'm getting from this person right now, and it seems like it actually happened after a I don't know if it's only job related, but mainly I feel like it's a lot. It talks a lot about this. Talks a lot about job situation for some reason, or like money situation. After a period of playing solo, I would say, in romantically and possibly job wise, you're starting, or they're starting the certain something new where there is more people will be involved. I don't know how to be more specific here, but let's say if it's the job, right? You've been doing something on your own. Maybe this is more, maybe if you have your own business, it's more like there's going to be more people working for me. But mostly I feel like it's just you moving somewhere where there's like a community of a sort, where you work in some sort of environment where people are there's going to be more people than you, and you'll have to learn a lot. So it's a lot about learning something new, getting somewhere, but it doesn't feel like it started just now. It seems like it's about to happen, it's about to start, but it seems like you know what I'm talking about, or they would know what I'm talking about, because there's a set date in the very near future for something new to start. And it seems like in the past, like I said, this person would be play solo for quite some time, would just kind of work on their own and do their own thing. And were they happy with this? I don't know, but I would say that it was pretty overwhelming, I guess, or not even overwhelming. I feel like it's some kind of a routine that was happening all over and over again, kind of thing, so they kind of used to just work a certain way. Let me just see, clarify here, Queen of Pentacles. Yes, so this is a new field or some kind of expansion that this person will move towards, where actually help them realize their full potential, materialistically speaking, I would say, so we see here Queen of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So some kind of an amount of money, like if it's a new job that you're about to start, you'll start receiving, you'll probably get paid more. If it's some kind of a new project, there's going to be some kind of expansion, that some new money will come. If you just started to study just something and you say, I don't work, I'm just going to study something, somehow you will have more money coming into your way, because it seems like it's aligning with your or their life purpose. Something that happened before, it seems like what I'm seeing here, I don't want to talk about job or anything like that. It's just generally the path here in the past was very interesting, because this person chose to go solo. I don't know why I keep saying this, but they were I don't feel that they were lonely. I don't feel that they were only working for themselves, but it's just there's a certain things of like a lone wolf kind of thing, just like I'm just doing my own thing, just going with the flow. But there's a certain set of lessons this soul had to went through in order to get to the path of getting where what they actually deserve right now. And before, it was less money oriented and more metaphysical, I would say, so it's more like you gain just some lessons. So if I look at your life from far away, I wouldn't say, or their life, I would say, well, nothing much is happening, they're just living their life, they're just, but like internally they're going through so many different lessons. And there was certainly some kind of ascension happening, spiritual awakening, all that kind of thing, so the soul had to go through a certain amount of lessons that didn't, from a 3D perspective, didn't make any sense sometimes. Like, why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to suffer here and there? Why do I have to do this? Blah blah blah. But this person would just gracefully just kind of accept all the challenges and just went through them, getting a little bit tired and in the moment, didn't really know where they go and what they're doing, but still going and doing this, and their 3D life, let's say materialistic life, seemed kind of like I just keep hearing this Groundhog Day. It's group 2, I guess got this spirit, but it's just very fitting here, like a Groundhog Day, kind of like it's all kind of the same. But again, I've seen like some travelings were happening. You would go here and there, but generally, like at the end of each year, this person would say look and say like nothing. There is no like there is no drastic change, I would say, right? Nothing drastically changes, but emotionally and spiritually, this person would evolve and grow so fast. But it seems like this person is surrounded by people who are amazing, wonderful people, but they just don't really, they're very materialistically oriented, so they don't really recognize that spiritual thing, that's going on, like this spiritual awakening that's been going on with this person. So they would notice it, but it's I don't want to say like negatively, but like easy to impress when the person's intuition starts working. They're like, oh my gosh, how do you know that? How do you know that? And the person's like, yeah, it's my intuition. I think it's just working. So these people would applaud this person. So his friend or their friends would applaud this person with with whatever they're uncovering, their gifts of intuition. Because it seems like there's a lot of like uncovering your spiritual gifts here as well by going through all these lessons. But they wouldn't fully comprehend what this person going through, because they're still like very 3D oriented. So what they see mostly is like, so yeah, but how about are you gonna, when are you gonna buy a house? When are you gonna get married? Blah blah blah. More like conservative, traditional kind of way of thinking. And I feel like this person is coming from a place where they were very money oriented or 3D oriented, thinking, okay, I have to do this, I have so many desires. A lot of those were materialistic, but the life kind of took a different turn, kind of letting them discover, putting them in certain situations where they have no other option but discover their own spiritual gifts. So there is definitely dark night of the soul was happening here, a lot of uncertainty, but very, very, like I said, gracefully going through all of that and just not losing, some frustration happening, but still not losing hope in like humanity or themselves. Generally speaking, sometimes they would say, oh, I'm so tired, blah blah blah, but generally, no, not losing hope, still believing in something interesting and beautiful, and along the way just kind of changing their desires, their perspective, looking and realizing that a lot of things they actually wanted, they don't really need it anymore. There's different desires happening here. So there's true development of the character and connection to the higher self, and aligning with your like life's true purpose. But the thing is that before, like this past thing they were still on the path of their true purpose. It's just again, from a 3D perspective, it seemed like, so I had all these dreams about having a beautiful house and having a lot of money and beautiful job and a beautiful partner, or wife, husband, whoever, and kids and all that. And it's like, why is it still not happening? Like, where is it all? All of that. So these people are definitely the ones that are pretty hard on themselves, but it seems like there's something new. There's a new beginning happening to them right now that actually gets them to and aligns them to this how do I say it, to this like I said, yes, life's purpose, but to this little gifts that you can actually see, touch, and smell. Something that's going to manifest in 3D. So for this person, I would say definitely just get ready and be really happy, because you're about to see all the all that hard work that was happening internally will start reflecting on the outside. And you'll see that all that hard work actually brings beautiful things that you can actually see and feel and touch, and they will manifest not only, spiritually within in number patterns, or some science that you can only decode. No, it's something that you can actually, like I said, touch and see, and others can see as well. So this is a very beautiful time, and I feel like this person has been struggling with money for a little bit, even though naturally they don't have this problem, but along the way something started to happen and they started to have this problem, money wise. But right now, amazingly, they're going back to this, like, from a spiritual into like I want to say real world, but this is not a real world, and in the general, but in a general sense, in the 3D, and aligning their outside, like grown grown person with like the inside, this beautiful soul, and it's all kind of like aligning together and brings very interesting gifts. So if this group would, or this person would worry about the money, don't worry about this. You're about to start seeing how all the puzzles kind of coming together, and you start seeing, oh, I know why that happened before, and you will start see very beautiful gifts actually coming your way. It all starts with this new something, like I said, new job or new studying or new project, something that's you've been thinking about or they've been thinking for for quite some time now, but couldn't start, and something like this, but now it's finally, the date is set, and the few steps were made already, and it seems like it's going to be a very, very interesting time here. So for the future energy, we have Queen of Swords. To me, it speaks, in this deck especially, it speaks a lot about, again, willingness to do something. There is no indecision, and also it's a clear vision. There's a clarity here, so before it felt like, with the Hermit, he's basically alone in the dark, just trying to shine there. It's, just using inner light to kind of get somewhere, but it's really hard to know where you're getting and where you're going. And you can even see with this card, with the 10 of Wands in reverse, it's just a lot going on here, and it seems like it's on the inside, it's really hard to kind of understand. But with this Queen of Swords, like I said, again, there is a clear vision. You'll get to the point where you see your path, where you see where you came from, or they will see where they came from and where you're going towards. And it's I like that there's a sense of like there's no more indecision. There is a clear clear intention, and this readiness to start this project, and no more hesitation, which is pretty awesome. So this is a very and it also seems like this future card is very, very close to this present card. So it seems that it's all going to be happening like right now, kind of thing. Not right now, but within a few months, all of that starts happening, because usually, but this period of the past, it seems like it's been a very long period, So it seems like somebody's soul just decided to learn what patience is, like you have to be patient. And I feel like you guys, if it's you who are resonates with this, I think you've been hearing this so much through pick card readings or other readings, or just through science or something like that, for your intuition, that, oh, maybe you have to wait, and you're like, how longer do I have to wait? I can't wait anymore, you know. Okay, so the wait period is over, you know. It's all going to be happening right now, which is pretty awesome. So the person number 2, we have the Hanged Man here. Let me read it for you. So this is Angel Tarot by Travis McHenry, and this is the Hanged Man, the only God, and it says desire for knowledge, protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. Okay, so the past we have once again Queen of Wands, the hidden God, divine power, guards against mental troubles. And the future, we see the Chariot, perseverance, success in the conflict, overcoming adversity. Who is like God? Archangel Michael. So this is very interesting because in this deck they have four main cards. There's like everywhere there's 22 major arcana, but 4 main cards, and one of those is Archangel Michael, the Chariot. I love this card, and I like the energy of Archangel Michael generally. So let me see what this group or this person has. So the Hanged Man in the present. It seems like this person is going through a spiritual awakening right now. So like, it seems like if this person is mature, I would say maturely very spiritual already, and starting to see materialistic things happening to them now. It's like, do you know what's the Maslow pyramid? You know, when you have all your it's like a stages of personal development. You know, it starts with you know, your basic needs, and then it goes higher, and then you acquire money, blah blah, and on the top you have your, you know, your spiritual awakening and all that inner work, you know, that's needed to be done. So it seems like this one is this pyramid in reverse, you know. So the person started with this spiritual awakening, started going, but they've had some money situation, they had some money problems, they had some problems with the 3D, and now they're going kind of backwards, you know. So now they started to recognize that they have to fulfill their you know, basic needs and materialistic needs, and they realize that there is nothing to be ashamed of, you know, in wanting money and, you know, liking money and stuff. So I just wanted to put a clarifier here, and I have the Moon here, Archangel Gabriel. This is another major card, one of the four cards here. So it says, God is my strength, divine revelation, reveals messages, has the power to destroy. Okay, so yes, definitely with the Moon here, I can just affirm that this person is going through spiritual awakening at this moment. And you guys know that when you just start, it all seems weird. It seems magical at first, you know, a lot of things you start realizing, you start recognizing your own patterns, and you're like, oh, why did I do this for my whole life? You know, it just doesn't serve me anymore. And then you start looking at people differently, some people around you, you know. So you're becoming more and more self-aware, but it also comes with the price where you have to admit a lot of wrongs you were doing and accept yourself for this. So this person, it seems like it's going through a dark night of the soul right now, where they're starting to recognize a lot of negative patterns that are just not serving them anymore. And they're pretty new to all of that. I don't think that they have that many people around them that are very spiritual. This person is definitely very spiritual on the inside, but unlike this person, was not pushed by circumstances, you know, into a situation where like it's only you and you have to start looking within, you know. So this person, because what I see here in the past, we see Queen of Wands here, and to me is that this person was very probably career oriented, working a lot, and just kind of just busy with other things in life, you know. Everything was going pretty well, I would say, for this person, and is going okay right now as well. So I feel like this person doesn't have really money related issues, you know. This person is pretty well put well put together in like a 3D world. Again, when you look at this, you're like, yeah, they just got their stuff together, they're fine. They don't have they have some how do I say it? I don't want to say that they're rich, but definitely, they're well. They're okay. Let's put it this way. I don't know, but that's what they were doing. They were just busy, running some. Because it seems like for some of those people, it's like running some projects, or maybe even a few businesses, or managing positions, where you manage more than one person, or maybe even more than one department, if it's some kind of a corporation, something like that. Just very busy with doing what they're doing. But a little thing that's was happening here, there was some like little something on the inside that was just kind of like little little splinter in your heart, or their heart. It's like, oh, why something is missing. But this person was kind of pushing this away, because they have this beautiful life. They've done so well for themselves. Some people are envious because it seems like they're driving a nice car and they live in a nice place. It seems like that. So and they just kind of pushing this idea away, because they're like, oh, why am I not grateful? I have all of that, and I'm moving forward, and it's like the future looks good for me. Why am I not happy? So something recently just happened that finally pushed them to look within and realize that, oh, that's why I'm not happy, because there is so many unhealed trauma and so many patterns that are just running around on the background, and subconsciously, all the subconscious judgments and labels that are never served me. And a lot of things I've actually wanted, I don't really need, but I acquired this, and as the opposite is this person, they didn't acquire what they thought they wanted. They realized it, and they're moving towards something they their heart wants, they truly want. So this person kind of acquired everything they thought they wanted, and they realized, oh, I actually don't need that. So you see, there's a like, I see there's it's pure reflection to me in this particular group here. So this person right now is going through a dark night of the soul, and maybe they don't even know this term, and they don't really realize what's going on, because there is a lot of emotions just kind of piling up, and they just feel it's a very emotional time. Sometimes they feel like they want to cry, and they feel like they're depressed, and sometimes they feel so liberated, and they don't want to, they want to leave everything behind. Like, there's a lot of things going on, and I feel like this person is using the traditional approach. They're like, oh, maybe something is wrong with me, mentally, and obviously I don't know for everyone who will watch it, and I'm not putting up stating any diagnosis or anything like that, but it's just what I'm saying is that the person's like, oh, maybe I have to go to the therapy, or maybe I have to go and get some antidepressants, like all that stuff. But for most of these people, it's just not working still, because it's not bringing this happiness. And then they realize that they have to go within, they have to heal this trauma, and liberate themselves this way. They don't have to medicate. Like I said, again, there's different situations, and I'm not saying that medications don't work, or traditional way of medicine doesn't work. I'm just talking about a particular group of people that just got so afraid that something is wrong with them, where they're just going through basically the period where they become so aware of a lot of things in their life. So it feels like they're kind of going a little mad, but it's all good. It's they're gonna work through that, through whatever they choose, maybe a therapist or something, and they're gonna move forward, and it's gonna be beautiful. Why I know this is because the future, we have the Chariot here, and the Chariot in this, especially in this deck, always tells me that in order to move forward and move forward fast, you have to face your demons. In order to ride this dragon that Archangel Michael is fighting, you know, you have to, how do I say it? You see he's stomping on this dragon, and it's like, to me, it represents the fears that you have to work through, and you have to train them to serve you, as I would say. So the energy that they're taking, you take it back, and then you can fully move forward without something weighing you down. That's what I would say. So it seems like since this person is going through the dark night of the soul and working through all of that inner issues, you know, and one of the most important things is fears we have and anxiety we have, you know. So they're going to work through this, because the Chariot here says that they're going to go pretty fast. And an interesting thing, even though it's a little bit reverse here, but the future here is very, like I said, for this group as well, very fast. Like things are just start happening pretty fast for them, you know. Yeah, very interesting. Let me just put a clarifier here just to see for the Chariot, what do we have here as well. So this is a very interesting, okay, so I see here the Strength. Yeah, beautiful. So the Strength obviously is the card of, look at this imagery, it's amazing. So the Strength in this deck, and like in every other deck, so basically the Strength in traditional tarot to me is always about facing your fears, and there was a woman stands there that holds the lion, and she looks at the lion's mouth, and she is fighting the lion and training him to serve her, basically, right? That represents you kind of looking your fears in your eye, in their eyes, and just defeating them, right? So the Chariot here in this deck is very similar energy to the Strength in traditional tarot when I describe it. So to me, it's those two are very similar cards, but also saying that whatever was happening, the reason why it started to happen with this person, why the circumstances, I would say, the universe put them in a position where they had to kind of look within, because they didn't feel happy and they didn't know how to move forward, because they're ready to expand so much. And it seems like this person, whoever, if it's you or the other person, this person is meant to be rich. I don't know why I'm talking a lot about money, but this person is meant to accomplish a lot, and like do something very special in their lifetime. And since it's their counterpart, it seems like it's a very interesting dynamic here. So this person will serve as a fuel so on the spiritual level and creative expression. This is going to be a very interesting union. I don't know how to put it in words just yet, but I think these two people will come together and create something really, co-create something really beautiful, because there's a few major gifts that these two people possess that they don't really know yet how to use, but once they come together, they will start doing this separately, but once they come together, they just combine those two, and it's just going to be like a blast, like building an empire, you know, kind of thing. And it's just being like a power couple kind of vibe, I feel like. So yeah, so the reason why they were moved in this position where they had to actually go through all of that is because first of all, the union, this person's kind of ready for the union, it feels like. So it's just for the union to happen faster, and also to destroy the limits that they had on themselves, because they overcame some limits in 3D, but their mind, you know, it's pretty, you know, they're very they're a little bit stubborn, you know, being like, oh, I know, you know, this you know, maybe a few years ago they would say, oh, I don't like, spirituality is a cult, you know, and all that kind of stuff, being like, oh, what's 1111, what does it mean? It's just a number, you know, all that stuff. But now they're kind of opening up to this, and they're realizing that it's not about the, you know, the numbers or the angels at the end of the day. It's more about the personal empowerment, which this cards are talking about. So it seems like this person is removing these blockages and limits that they were setting in their mind, that prevented them from moving forward, expanding, and meeting their significant other. Because the relationships here, it feels like for this person were the people who would take advantage from them materialistically. I don't know why I talk so much about money. Just tell me, guys, if it resonates, if somebody feels like it's about them, because I'm very curious. Why do I feel like it's the first group where I talk a lot about money for some reason? Because I just feel this money energy just kind of like flowing from this person thought, oh, my money flow is just closed up. I cannot get anything. This person is pretty well with money, but internally this person has a very, very, very good source of materialistic energy coming to them as well. It's just they kind of had to close from that in order to, you know, look within and work within and put it themselves in certain situations, so they don't have any distractions, you know. So now this person's going through the same thing, but not to that extent as this person, because there was a very long period, and this person needed to go through a little bit of this, you know, working through and opening up to a spiritual world, because they have to meet at some point, you know. And this person was very pragmatic and very you know, like I said, stubborn and not even looking. So whoever you resonate with, this is not naturally for this person, this is not naturally their type, you know. They wouldn't look for this. This is a kind of person who would go for looks for the most times, you know, and be like, oh, this person is beautiful, hot, this is where I'm going for, and that's it, you know. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, but for some people, you know, they just go for the looks, and they don't look very like on the surface, you know, and that they don't look within. And then when they start to get this person, there's some kind of drama happens, and so, you know, rinse and repeat kind of thing, you know. So I feel like whoever is watching, you know what I'm talking about, what kind of relationship. But this person is not so simple the way, or it's not basic as it sounds, you know. It's just the way they used to, I think, see things, but they're very, very deep. It's just they were raised or conditioned to kind of look away from all that, you know, because it's just not what you do. Basically, you don't have to work on yourself. You're perfect the way you are, blah blah blah, you know, all that stuff. So yeah, let's just see. I think I'm just repeating myself over and over. Let's see the steps that are necessary to be made to come to this union. For the person number one, we have Two of Pentacles, God who supports the universe, fortune and fame, fulfills any request. Exactly. And for this person, the step is Six of Wands, the lion. Again, I was talking about the lion here with the strength. And yeah, this is okay. Let me start with person number one. So for Two of Pentacles here, this card in this particular deck, what I see, especially it says here, fulfills any request. Like I said, the time has come to manifest, not just to try and manifest, but it actually, you can see things happening in the reality, in the 3D reality. Like all the dreams are coming true for, I keep saying you, but you know what I mean. This person or you or the other person, they will start seeing this, all things happening right now within the next few months, and started within the next few months, and like within the year, they'll just see one thing on top of another just happening, just because they started to do something that they've been thinking for a long time. They started to make the steps, and they will see, because there is so much energy and there is so much potential that was not fully realized in 3D, only within, you know. So it all kind of starts manifesting right now, and it's very it's very noticeable, I would say. You know, people will look at you and be like, oh my God, you're so lucky. How all of these things are just like happening to you. Like you're just in the right place and the right time. It's just, you're so lucky. And it's, you're say, oh, I'm so lucky. But it's not because, or they would say they're lucky, but it's not because they're lucky. It's because they've done so much work. So now they're so in tune to their intuition. And when they kind of stopped already waiting for, you know, all these beautiful things to happen, it finally starts happening, which is very beautiful, guys. I love it. So Two of Pentacles, it says to me here as an, if you look at this as an advice, you know, the steps, basically just keep doing what you're doing right here, and keep on balancing your because here you see with all this spiritual inner journey and all that, there is the scales were kind of one-sided because the materialistic was just you know, it's all about, you know, spiritual and material kind of balance together. And here we see, you know, spiritual so heavy, and there's so much, so little materialistic things happening. And when I say materialistic, when I say 3D, I mean real life steps. You know, if you want something, it's not only just manifesting and waiting for this to happen. You have to meet the universe halfway. You have to make this call. You have to book this class. You have to, I don't know, open up, if you want to open up your business, you know, start working on this website. You have to start doing these things, you know. And I feel like this person is finally starting to do something that they've been thinking for a long time, you know. So they just starting to balancing this all out. And we can see here pretty good card of the balance as well for me. So it's a very good time of action, you know. That's what I was trying to say as well. So keep acting, keep doing, keep on pushing, you know. And with, especially with whatever idea you've had here, this is exactly how, I wouldn't say how, but this is the exact way that's going to lead you to all these beautiful things. Just trust in this flow, just do this, and don't try to think, how's it going to happen? How am I going to get blah, 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 blah. Don't think about this. Just take all this passion that you have for this study or project or whatever, something new that's happening, and just fully enjoy it. And you'll see how things will happen. And don't forget about the balance. So if you go too much into spiritual, too much into the inside, you know, remember you have to balance it out. So balance it out with the action, with physical exercises, so something that is more connected to, you know, earth and physical world, right? So for this person, I see a line here, which is a very interesting thing, because again, it's like you fighting your I just remember in traditional tarot the strength card, you know, when she was fighting the lion. And this line here is basically this card here tells the story about the lion who it's the lion that lives in the circus, and it defeats actually their owner, the trainer, and it's free to go now. You know, there is, you see the knife with its you know, pointing towards the earth, and it's just said that there is no more fighting, and that there is no more fighting for their freedom, fighting for, you know, fighting for against something, you know. It's just they're free to go. They are the main character, let's say, and there is no like the there is no boundaries, and it's like the road is open, you can go, you know, pretty much. And it's beautiful. The sign here says that once they start walking through their limits, and once they starting to see through their fears, they would start to not only see this physical wave of them going to basically, okay, so I have this company, I'm going to open another one, blah, 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 you know, their heart will show them their passions, you know. And this is where these two people meet, you know, on the road of the passion towards each other. It's beautiful. I think I explained it pretty well. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments. But yeah, this is the general idea. And so it says, you know, trust your gut, trust your heart, keep on doing this work, and try to follow more, start discovering what your passion is in your life, and move towards make this whatever job you have, let it just, make it remote, delegate more, but will start this journey of self-discovery, something that your inner child actually wanted, because this is the way this is how your paths will cross. So the the ultimate the ultimate union here is a lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. 37, number 37. Well, this is very interesting because the lion is a very prominent thing here, and I love this little, I would say, coincidences, because when I shuffle the cards, I don't look at the cards because I want it to be, for me, as a surprise, as much as a surprise as it is for you. And this lion reference is actually pretty cool, because this card here, the lion spirit in this deck, talks about, again, waking up to your own power and manifesting, manifestation. So this person is finally learning how to manifest, because they will see they will start reap what they sow, right? This person was never manifesting, actually. This person is just very, like, 3D oriented. They used to fight for what they get, for what they have. They used to just kind of power through the obstacles and just go. And this is a way of life as well. We know a lot of successful people who went through this, and they teach how to do it, and it's one of the ways. But it's I feel like modern world shows that it's a little bit an outdated thing, where you don't have to fight all the time. Just you can kind of combine your inner world with your outer, and it's just kind of you can get the things you want easier if you trust a little bit in the universe, when you're not resisting constantly. So this is what this person is learning to do. So this I like I said before, this power couple, and just since this is the card of the union, the ultimate, discovering the ultimate power and strength within yourselves through each other, pretty much, and it looks like these two lions are looking at each other. And like I said here, number 3 for me is always number of creative expression, obviously. And number 7 here is we'll all say 7 is a lucky number. So 7, whenever I see 7, I think of because there's 8, and there's 8, the number after 7 there's 8, and 8 is the number of it's the infinity. It's something that's, so basically number 7 to me is the number of soul. I don't know why I have this belief, but whenever I see number 7, it's like the soul that let me put it, the soul that is, it's like rebirth of the soul in the material world, kind of thing, like the soul expression in the 3D, kind of thing, like it's the human is the expression, and like all different aspects of the soul, it's kind of when they manifest, it's number 7. I don't know how to explain it. So basically, when you express your truest passion, and you can see it physically, that's what number 7 represents in my mind. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but these are my signs. So so 3 and 7 goes together into number 10 or 1. So it also talks here about wheel of fortune, obviously, because 10 is the wheel of fortune in tarot. And 1 is the union, that you guys kind of become one. So this is a very, like I would say, if somebody even don't believe in this twin flame energy, when you kind of become one, because there is a lot about co-creation here and waking up to your own power. And also, it's an ultimate advice here, I would say, don't be afraid to act and do the things you've always wanted from the very beginning, from your childhood. You deserve it. So just, it's the road from just jumping from one point of passion and excitement to another. You'll discover your own power, kind of thing. It is very beautiful. It is a very beautiful spread here. I see. And it's also a lot about the fears, you know. So this person, like, I feel they've worked through their fears. This person's working through their fears right now, but it's just it's really hard to explain. But I see how they would combine together in this beautiful union. You know, there is like whatever this person lacks, this person has an abundance. You know, whatever this person lacks, this person has an abundance. So it's just like they're gonna fill each other gaps, you know, in a certain way, and they just become this like magnificent being all together. And obviously I'm not talking here about being codependent. They won't be codependent because they kind of, by coming together, they will shape each other in a certain way, but they would still be two two equals, you know, co-creating together. So it's not that it's just they're just going to become this like one person. They cannot be by themselves. No, there is so much more freedom here, because once they help each other, help shape each other into this, you know, magnificent, this, you know, being, they will realize what freedom is. And this is going to be a very unconventional union, you know. The people will look at them and be like, it's just that don't make sense for some reason. I don't know why I say this, but it just feels like, you know, the people will look and say, oh, this is unexpected, but they would still, like, you will just emanate this energy of just like, wow, like they have this soul flame energy, twin flame energy, soulmate energy, you know. They're just emanate this like power when they're together. And lots of laughing, you know, lots of obviously love and self-respect, and so much is going to get done. And wow, it's, I don't know, I feel like there's going to be charity work, there's going to be so much happening. So I'm really, I would love to get this card if I would do a pick a card reading, because this is a very like a solid and very beautiful union, definitely. So guys, whoever chose this, if it resonates, just give me a like or subscribe, or comment down below. Just tell me what you felt, if it resonated or not. Let's just have the conversation, talk about it. And I really am really excited for you guys. And yeah, just move forward, and don't be afraid, you know, and keep on balancing, and it's all gonna play out for you pretty in a very interesting way. But there is also, I just wanted to say at the end that there's not too much that you can actually, it's really hard to there is a certain things I mean, it's easy to say for me, like there are certain things you have to not know, you know, like you're not supposed to know right now, but that's true for this specific reading. There's certain things that have to happen to you as a surprise, because it seems to me like this union, when you'll meet each other, you'll kind of bump into each other, you know. It's going to be very the moment when you least expect it, you know, especially for this person who tried to manifest the love of their life for so long. Just put all your attention elsewhere, you know. Start doing this project, do something else, and as soon as you start forgetting, you'll meet this person. Same here, but a little bit of a different situation, because they don't really manifest. They're just kind of looking for something, but they don't know what they're looking for. But they have to put all the attention within themselves, you know, work through that, and then the union will happen. So yeah, guys, good luck with that. It's a pretty cool spread for you, and thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hello group 2, welcome to your reading. So you guys chose this Turmaline, black Turmaline. Looks pretty rough, but it's one of the most powerful stones I have, and I like that it's 2 points. It kind of represents some sort of a union here to me. So let's start with your reading. So what we have here is a mirror spread. I like to do it sometimes in my private readings, and it actually gives me a lot of insight in the person I'm reading to. So I decided to try it with you today. So basically we have 2 sides. One is one person, another one is another person. I'm not going to tell you who is where. I think it's up to you to decide. If you feel like it resonates, whichever side resonates, the opposite is going to be obviously the the significant other, the other person. So these two cards actually here represent you and the other person in the present moment. This is the past, for each person. This is the future, basically the lessons where we're going now. And these are cards. This card represents the steps that are necessary to be made for the union to happen and the divine timing. And the same is here for this pile. So it's a little bit like yin and yang kind of thing here. So again, I think I said it before about the divine timing, that it's more, to me, it's less than it's probably not a linear thing. It's not a certain fixed point in time, like a certain date. It's more like how to get there. It's more like you have to make a few steps and help all the things align in order to get to the point. So I think whenever, let's say we're talking about the union here, once these people stop resisting and do the necessary job and within themselves or on the outside, just work through the blockages and open up and all that, the union will happen faster in the linear time than if they're resisting or just sitting and doing nothing, pretty much, right? So this is how I see it. And this card here is the card of the union and the ultimate advice for whoever is watching it right now. So let's start with side number one. And for the present energy, we have the Destiny. I think it's a Wheel of Fortune in traditional tarot. This is a very beautiful card. Look at this. The Destiny. The deck is called TrueBlack Tarot, and it's pretty awesome. The past here is we have 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. And for the present energy, the future energy, I'm sorry, we have 6 of Pentacles and 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so we have 6, 7, 8. Interesting. A lot of Pentacles here. Okay. So for person number 2, we have Page of Pentacles. We just had Page of Pentacles in group 3 as well. This is the Angel Tarot. We have God Song Above All, Loyalty and Allegiance, Friendship and Reconciliation, number 13. Okay. The past energy we have here, Queen of Cups, God the Redeemer, Redemption, serves against enemies of religion, governs chastity. Okay. I see you. And the future we have, the Lovers, Joy of God. Joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples, removes negative energy. So for whoever this group is, we can just end the reading here because we see the Lovers here and it's beautiful. So this deck actually has 4 main, there is 22 major arcana as every other deck has, but this deck has 4 main arcanas, and one of them is the Lovers, Archangel Haniel. And this is here, it's pretty big for this group here, which, okay, let's just start and then we'll see. We'll just leave these cards closed for now. Let's just see the energy in general, okay? So okay, so usually I start with this side, but at this time I want to start with this side. I'm very curious. Let me just get a few cards because I'm really interested in what is going on here with what is Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups in the past. I just want to kind of see, because it seems to me that this side particularly had some, okay, let me see, the strength here in the past. Okay, I see you. And for the present, wow, guys, sorry. we have two cards here, and this deck has this Anant card, and it's a unique card only for this deck. So this deck has not 78 but 79 cards, and it represents, there's the world and there's the all things combined together kind of thing, the end and the beginning. And we have the lovers here as well. So whoever this group is, you guys had all the major arcana, and it's huge. I don't know if it's you or the other person, but oh wow, there is like magical energy going on the background, it seems like. So let me see. Wow, interesting. So what I see here is for group number for side number 2 here with the Page of Pentacles. This is what I was gonna say, especially with this card here as well. So what I'm trying to say is that this person is they're nothing like they seem, you know. So it's something about this that was just on my mind all this time. So you would look at this person and you would never expect them to be so majestic and powerful and wise. And I don't know how to explain or what example to bring, but you know some movies where the god is played by just a random person, or the angel is just like, it's just portrayed by just a random regular person, you know. This is this kind of energy here. And I'm not saying that if it's you that you are just random regular person, no, but it's just more like, I feel if it's you or the other person, this is the type that you, that kind of taught themselves to be normal, you know. In like normal, I'm saying that, you know, this is by societal standards, you know. So they had this like, this is the kind of energy that's, you grew up but you still believe in Santa Claus, you know, kind of Phoebe Buffay kind of thing, you know, from Friends, but Phoebe Buffay, who at some point stopped being herself and just, she's like, I have to fit in the norms of the society. I have to be this normal, cool person, you know, like a regular person, you know, because I know that the society expects certain things from me, so I'm just going to be like, you know. So this person would just intentionally like square themselves, you know, I would say, just put like in a certain frame of somebody else's expectation, you know. And it seems like it happens, obviously all this stuff starts happening in the past and in the family, so I don't want to offend anyone, but it is what I feel for some people. It's a very religious family, or just very strict family with like certain values, and be like, this is what you're supposed to be, this is how you're supposed to be. And this person's like, well, but I want to, you know, paint or you know, be a ballet dancer. And they're like, no, you have to be a heart surgeon, you know, or, you know, you have to follow your dad's path or whatever, you know. And it seems like this person is actually, this is what they were doing. And I know that some cards here do not really represent this, but this is a strong energy that I'm feeling here, you know. As a result, this person withdraw, I feel like, from many activities, and they just started to do things as they think other people would expect from them, you know, like being a good I don't know, if they were in a relationship, I'm gonna be a good, you know, girlfriend or boyfriend by how I think, you know, I would, that's what I should do, or just be a good worker, be a good dad. And they just kind of put themselves their true self behind. And yeah, it's a very, I don't know, I feel pretty sad for this for this group, for this person. I don't know, it's the fear of being who you are, because you think that you will be rejected by people. And I'm not only talking about so I'm not talking about sexual preferences or something like that. It is a part of this as well, but also just, some people are, we talk about, for some reason I'm just started to think about like LGBTQ, and coming out to your parents. But the thought I had the other day is that as a straight people, they are so afraid sometimes to come out to their parents as, I'm a heart surgeon, but I want to come out to my parents as an artist. Some people are just afraid of judgment in general. So it's not about, it's coming out not only, like I said, about sexual preferences, but it's more like just who you truly are. Because the sexual, at the end of the day, the sexual, I say preference, but it's who you are. This is what you're born as. So this, it seems like there is a lot of suppression here, and it seems like the person just stopped recognizing who they truly are and what they truly are, and started just to live by this script that they were written before, by their parents, by their parents' parents, and by the society, all of that. So I'm very interested if it actually resonates with somebody, because it's just very kind of, I would say, specific, and I was not expecting that to get this energy here. Uh, Hi guys, so I had to pause the video because since those are my first pick a card readings for the collective, sometimes I just feel called to just kind of pause the video and just tune into the energy, so I don't have to be very silent like in the beginning of this video, just to kind of trying to take all the energy in. So I just needed to connect a little bit more. So what I was saying here is that these two cards have a little bit of a different meaning, and pretty much from a traditional tarot. So let's just start with this this lovers here. So this you see this red thread. It actually represents this two souls, the union, and all the thread is basically their life path, just kind of crossing. It's just from the moment they came to this earth, just passing, just crossing the paths, and maybe they didn't even know each other, but just kind of go intertwining, and like their lives are kind of intertwining, and finally they go into this union, so it represents like the beginning and the end, basically, of whatever their life journey is, and their in terms of their connection. The lovers here is joy and pleasure, brings happiness to couples, removes negative energy. So this is more of a traditional lovers card than this one. And traditional tarot always also talks about that lovers usually represent some kind of a choice. Here is more it's just more or like love oriented, I would say. So with this card, and the reason I got so much overwhelmed, like a lot of overwhelming energy, I would say, because this is the unique card, and it's a very rare one to see, because this card is not existing in any other deck. This is just a unique card for this one here, and it actually represents the serpent that's kind of holding the world, and it's the beginning of the end. It's something that exists outside of the physical, and outside the times and the universes and all that. Something that's very permanent and that's kind of never ending, So with all of that, what I can say here for sure regarding this union, that this is the one where it's either like a past life connection or like past lives connection. To me, it also seems like these two people are very, very old souls, and it seems like they've been together since the beginning of this is why I was saying, the gods and goddesses and all that. It just kind of brought me back to like thousands of years ago, where they had this, creatures that I don't know were they aliens or whoever they were, but we, see them as deities, and some people worship them as gods and all that, So the beginning of that time, and even maybe, you know, past the earth experience and all of that. It's like a very, very, very deep connection that's just kind of happened from the beginning of time. It's kind of like an Adam and Eve kind of thing, you know, and beyond. So in a regular 3D world, I would probably say that for this, I feel like the first group I felt, the only group I felt this with, that you've probably met before, or you already know this person, or whenever you see them, you will feel like you'll know them instantly. You know, no matter which side is on, it just feels like, because it's a few indicators here that this is a very, very very deep union, 100%. Something that's just been, yeah, like I said, was something that was here since the beginning of times, and it's just very. I keep saying very, very, but it's kind of like a very. I get this like magical. I get chills all over my body. I get this like magical sense, you know, and it's just. When you meet or you finally come into the union where you start dating and, you know, all that, you'll probably notice that you've had so many like different, you were, if you didn't meet before, but your lives intertwined so many different times, you know. It's along the lines of something like you lived in a certain apartment, then you moved out and this person moved in the same apartment or something, or you lived in the same building for some time and you didn't even know each other, something like that. You went to the same school and you've never met each other, something like that, you know, like your paths would just cross, you know, or you would just miss each other by like literally a minute, you know, like you move in somewhere and this person will move out, or you'll arrive to the airport to move to I don't know, a new city, and this person just arrive to the airport to move to the city you were in, kind of thing, you know. So this is a very this is going to be whenever you guys meet and have kids or don't have kids, but this is going to be a very interesting story to tell your friends, because you'll just discover more and more and more connections. You know, it's one of those things when you went on a vacation 10 years ago, took a picture, and then you will see this picture, and there's a love of your life that was walking by, you know, basically just as a just as a random person walking by, you know, this kind of feeling I'm getting from this. And with this person in particular, I feel like spiritually this person is more connected, I would say, and probably would remember on the instant the other person when they meet, because I feel like this person is very connected. This is the very old soul, like I said, suppressed in a way, but within you definitely, or they definitely have some kind of a spiritual gift, and not just as like a strong intuition, like a very prominent, very, very loud, I would say, spiritual gift that you learn to suppress, you know, and kind of not listen to it. It might be something like a clairvoyance, audience, claircognizance, you know, something like that. It might be something just extraordinary talent that you've been just hiding for all that years, because, or they've been hiding because, you know, it does not fit into the, you know, the picture of maybe your parents or their parents wanted, or the society or something like that. So this is a very interesting time to discover yourselves. But since I see lovers here and here, I feel like the true discovery of all of that will start with this union. You know, it's just kind of, it will trigger certain things within you, and you will feel like now it's safe to be yourself, and then you just kind of blossom on an instant, I would say. You know, it's in a very it's just, I have so many stories in my mind. It's like, you know, like this near death experience kind of thing, you know, when person wakes up after the near death experience, you know, and they speak another language, or they have this ability to, I don't know, calculate in their, you know, very complex math, you know, in their heads, something like that. So this is an amazing story here. So for this person, let's just, and it's really hard for me to pick up some specific information, you know, I hope all whatever I'm saying is resonating. Maybe that's just all you need to know for now, because there is a lot of uncertainty, and I kind of know why. Because with this destiny card here, we see that this person, the other person, is in on at the moment where they have to rely upon the stars, pretty much. Like they cannot really they cannot really they can't really control whatever is going on here, because this is a Wheel of Fortune thing, and in this particular deck, this card talks about the destiny, that things are just very similar to the story I said about the strings here, you know, that it's just kind of, we, from our little square, you know, 3D perspective, it's really hard to understand why certain things are happening, and it just seems like it just seems so overwhelming, and it's really hard to comprehend why and what's happening. And it's just, it seems like this person as at the moment where all they can rely on is today, pretty much, like today, and you know, the universe just guiding them, and they only have today. The only certainty is today, you know, something like that. It's really hard to predict what's going on, you know, in being in your or their position right now. So this is a very, okay, let me just get a clarifying card for this So we have a Four of Pentacles here. It's God liberating the oppressed, self-atonement, cures mental illness, deliverance from persecution. Okay, number 60. Yeah, liberating. So with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse here especially, I see that, and so many pentacles. That's what I'm saying, why I say that this person is more spiritually connected, because this person was going through their own thing, and had their fair share of I get the control freak energy here a little bit. So right now there's no time to control, because I feel like the biggest thing they want in life is love at this moment. And we see all the pentacles here, and I get it. And even this one is a Four of Pentacles, you know. So we have four, we don't have five, but we have 6, 7, 8, you know. So pentacles, pentacles, and pentacles. But for whatever reason, there's so much materialistic energy here, earth energy here. But I feel like the biggest thing this person wants is love still. And I feel like these people are very good natural born manifestors, you know. So these are the people who can just who just naturally use all the manifestation tips and tricks, but just like by default kind of thing, and don't even noticing that they're doing this. This person is kind of like, I want it, I got it kind of person, I feel like. But the only area they can't manifest is love and relationship, you know, because there's a certain blockages, I guess, standing there for them. So they're going through it for the period of time where and it's easy to say, obviously, with right now with 2020, that a lot of people went through this, but it seems like they've had it very stable for a long time, but then everything just kind of flipped around, and they maybe lost their job, or just lost their interest, or something like this happened. And it doesn't seem to me as it was very dramatic, and it doesn't seem to me like a tower moment or something like that. It's more like they just learning to accept the day every day as it comes, you know. Aren't we all in 2020, you know? So maybe something along the lines here. So let's just see, we have Two of Swords and 10 of Pentacles. So I'm just keep collecting pentacles, I see. But Two of Swords, the Lord of all virtues, breaking the circle, exactly, lifts opposing barriers, brings victory. Okay. And the 10 of Pentacles here, we have the honorable God, inner and outer work, helps one keep their job, protects against disasters. Yes, so definitely something happened with the job here. And like I said, Two of Swords, traditional tarot, is a card of indecision and literally not knowing where to go, what to do. Is just kind of sitting still and just waiting, you know. So I don't feel like this person is just sitting still and waiting, but I feel like they're just slowly learning to recognize that right now the best move is to not make any moves, just to see where, you know, go with the flow. This is the most important part for them. And the reason this all happening with them on the surface, in the 3D, you know, is because they really want this love, and something is moving them towards this union here, you know. So as the future energy for this person, we see 6 and 7 of Pentacles, which again, it's a different representation here from traditional tarot. So this is a lot. Yeah, also I would say there is something about, for some people, there is something about legal, some sort of legal issues, signing documents, something like that, or contracts, you know, maybe they're just renegotiating their contract at work, and this is why the things are kind of not moving right now. Some legal issues, I would say, that are present right now, but they don't really know what is going to happen in the future. But if you're this person, if you're not, everything's gonna just work out just fine. It's just, I see it's almost a divine order here, you know. All we're missing here is a 5 of Pentacles and there's going to be literally a divine order, just moving kind of slowly from one thing to another. So don't get discouraged. If you lost or they lost something, you're going to gain more, you know, and it's going to be more sustainable, and we'll have definitely more substance to whatever it was, because whatever the comfortable past they had, it seemed so comfortable and solid, but it was not at all. And that's what this person, I feel like, realized at this moment, that whatever they felt so solid is going to last for a very long time or forever, is just, it was just kind of some sort of illusion they like to live in, you know. So now it's time to build something more more sustainable, and like I said, with like a more more solid, obviously, but like a truly solid thing, you know, not something that your mind just kind of clings onto and just be like, oh, this is my comfort zone. It's just like, it's so comfortable and fine, but it's not really. It's like a very shaky base, you know. So it's time to build a new base, basically, for this person. So but like I said, there is no time to also just want to mention this certain some sort of a battle going on, not like a battle actual, but maybe that's what I'm saying, maybe like some legal process or something. Maybe this person, if they have kids, they are just working through, you know, the custody battle or something like that, or going through divorce. Maybe it's possible here as well. But I feel like if they're going through divorce, it was a little bit in the past, and now it's kind of like the finalizing it. But some things are uncertain. But fear not. Again, things will work out in your favor, and there's going to be some kind of a helping hand coming from unexpected person. Maybe this person is right here. We'll see. So definitely two old souls, like I said, and one is very it seems like one, okay, let's just pretend if okay, this is how I see this beautiful picture. I don't know, maybe it resonates. So this person came to this life, you know, being the soul that was, you know, was born into this certain lifetime, and have this deep inner knowing and remembering of like all the past lives they've had, but live in a very, very strict situation or household or something, or a system that does not allow them to be who they want to be. But they live with this inner knowing, but they always suppressing it and pushing it away. But it's just, it takes like a little nudge to unlock this all for them. So this person is a very, very old soul, but does not remember much, that don't remember that they really are an old soul, you know. I know it's all like everything I'm saying with this group is very abstract, and for some reason, with some other reading I had, like last group was very abstract as well, but it is what it is, you know. So very doesn't feel like there. It's like entanglement and like material world kind of thing, you know. So they don't even remember whatever they whoever they are, you know. And I feel like they remember when they were kids, but then it's just kind of life started happening to them, and one thing after another, and they just didn't even think about this much, you know. So I don't feel like this person is going through really tough times. I feel like tough times were a little bit before that, you know. Right now it's kind of, they're just kind of, it's like an aftermath of what happened, you know, and planning to rebuild everything and just start anew and just put a new foundation and get to a certain point, and that's where they're actually moving towards. So it's pretty good, you know. And like I said, if this is you, start trusting the universe, and start listening to this inner voice, because it actually moves you towards something that's very substantial and very logical. Is not the best way to say when you talk about the destiny, but it's going to be very logical steps that's just going to be happening. One thing's going to lead to another, and it's just all going to play out pretty well for this person. Like I said, this the union should happen, and this is a very spiritual. Again, these two cards talk about destiny, and let's go back to the Page of Pentacles here, right? Friendship and reconciliation. I definitely feel like they either know each other or met each other somehow, or there's something, or yeah, like I said, maybe it's a past life connection. But never kind of looked at each other a certain way. Is there, might this be an ex situation? It might be actually, but I feel like for a very small group of you, because I feel like mostly it's not the ex, but it's when you meet this person, they remind you of so many people at the same time, and it feels like you're like adult things, you know, you feel like home kind of thing. So yeah, so this is what's happening. So with this person right now, because usually when I do the readings, sorry for being a little bit incoherent here, but usually when I do the readings, I get some specific details for this person, you know, regarding their life right now. For this person, I don't really, for some reason, I don't really see, you know, job-related situations or something, you know, like substantial. It's more about just being around people in their life, friends, family. So something along the line. Maybe this is the most important part that's happening to them. And if this is you, I feel like weirdest dreams and deja vus is just one of the things that just happening to you all the time lately. And some of you just feel like you live in a few realities at the same time, you know. You're probably a strong believer in like parallel universes and all that stuff, you know, because it definitely feels like you guys are going through this kind of phase where you're actually really, you're waking up more and more. And I feel like these two cards in the future show me that something happened in the past, and it's not more of a something dramatic or something. It's just like more or like your inner decision to just finally be who you are, you know. You just kind of decided to, you know, F all of that, I'm just gonna be myself and who cares, you know, kind of thing. And it's just, and once you just made this conscious decision to yourself, you just started to have more and more of all these experiences, and it's all coming back. So I don't know, it's just, I hope I'm describing real people, because these are amazing. It's like an angels on earth kind of thing, you know. And it's unlike any other reading with today's reading, you know. very, very beautiful energy, especially with this lovers card. Since we started with the lovers and this is the lovers at the end here, I feel like the union, and I know that I said it before with other groups, that the union is here. For some groups, it's almost here. For some groups, is they have to work through things a little bit. But with this group, since this is the next step, pretty much, it's a very good indicator that whatever you did or whatever they did, whatever happened, this little thing and this conscious decision to be yourself fully. And like I said, it's something about friends and family. So just I feel like maybe there's more support from family. There's new friends and new connections of some sort. Because it seems like there's some kind of like new blood, in the is coming to your life, it moves you closer and closer to this union, and it seems like you guys are very, very energetically, you're very close together. So it's like you're probably dreaming about each other a lot, and you feel like the presence of this person, or you may wake up in the morning and feel like somebody's hugging you, this kind of thing, like very weird, unexplainable things. Is because you're very, very close energetically. I feel like you're not so close physically, but you're pretty close energetically, and in order for you to meet physically, it's like your whole destiny is just kind of all one thing gonna lead to another, and you just meet. So let's see what the steps that you guys need to make towards each other. Okay, so this is the Fool here. The exalting God, will and new beginnings, assists with difficult and great undertakings. So for this person, pretty self-explanatory here. And this, oh wow, this person has the world, guys. This person has literally had all the mystical, I would say, in this deck, major arcanas, Well, you have lovers, two sets of lovers, the unique card, you have the strength, and now they have the world. Ooh, yeah, definitely, you guys, like I said before, you guys are not really close physically, so you probably live in a different I want to say different time zones for some reason. I don't know if it's a different country or different continent or different city, but it seems like it's a different time zone. You're pretty far away physically, but you as close non-physically as you could ever been in this lifetime, definitely. And this person feels it fully. It seems a little bit like they're going insane, for them. But if this is you, it's all fine. You guys just feeling other person's energy for sure. So what the next step for this person is, the Fool is basically taking the leap of faith and just jumping into this unknown. And it's a very interesting, because this card talk a lot about unknown. This card, I spent so much time, saying that it's not the time to act, to do something, blah, 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 yeah, jump into the unknown. And inner child here with the Fool, we see it even here represented with this little who's this cherubim, the exalting God, this little kid angel here, that it's also, I think I said something about their inner child, and just kind of waking up to this, because they remember who they were when they were kids. This person still remembers, but this person kind of forgot since they were kids. So whatever situation has happened is kind of moving. It's actually pushing you towards, waking up to all of that truth, within yourself. And once if this is you, it's time to take the leap of faith. Believe and go with the flow. And probably physically move somewhere. And I feel like this is kind of thing when this person will wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to live in a tiny house for 6 months, or I want to move into a van and just go travel around the city, something around the country, something along these lines, or you know what, I want to go back and and stay with my parents for a little bit. And it's not the crisis kind of thing. It's just more like I want some change, and I don't want to live in this like illusion like of the comfort anymore, kind of thing, or convenience. And I feel like they will, or you will, decide to move, and I don't, because I don't want to say that will guys, when all of you gonna move, because this card clearly indicates the same thing, moving somewhere. But maybe it's more like a little journey somewhere that will give you an idea to start, how to start certain things, and what to do. And but how you're gonna meet here, the steps that necessary to be made, it's literally the travel. You have to make a certain travel, and this person have to make a certain travel. I would say this person have to travel further, definitely, than this one. So I feel like if it's a different country, this person will come to this person, but they'll kind of meet halfway, And also, the beauty of this whole thing is that the Fool is the zero, my major arcana in tarot, and the World is the last one, and in this deck this is the last one. But generally this is, the beginning and the end, like this lover's card represents, this is it's just an extraordinarily divine connection, and I feel like it's just, the timing is pretty much now. I don't like to speculate, but all you both need to do, for some other groups we had like, you have to do some inner work, you have to do this, blah blah blah, but this, it's only physical moves. I feel like, for this person, close your old patterns, and if you thought about leaving something behind, not living somewhere even, but living something, it's time to close this door, or close these doors, and move forward. It's not always a physical move, but I feel like it will require for a lot of you a physical move, and I feel like you've been thinking about this. And if you say, oh well, how will I move somewhere today or tomorrow? Maybe I thought about this, but I don't have an opportunity right now. Start with little travels, get out of the city, something like this, and you will meet each other. And like I said, I don't really like to speculate saying, oh, it will happen soon and stuff, because the divine timing, like I said before, it's always the alignment of all the things that had to like coincide in order for certain things to happen. But definitely there's a lot of work, there's some work on from this person, it's again, close certain doors as well, and start trusting the process. I would say, stop expecting an instant results, trust the process and move forward and go with the flow. This is the most important message for this group. Go with the flow. If this is you, if you resonate with this is the most important thing you need to hear right now. Go with the flow, and you have to remind it to yourself 20 times a day, every time you want to start controlling something, because this will definitely lead you to this person. And I feel like this person is thinking about leaving something behind, and they really want to move somewhere, or most of those who listen will definitely have some ideas of moving some other country, or maybe even other apartment, or new apartment building, new house, something like that, and somehow you will finally meet. Remember how in the beginning I said, there's this kind of situation when you miss each other by just like 1 minute. Somebody moved in and somebody moved out and something like that, and it seems like this time it will just coincide perfectly. As soon as this person starts going with the flow, and this person will not be afraid to be who they truly are, and stop caring about other people's feelings. You already have the support you need, and close that door, close that old patterns, and just make this move, physical move or inner move, but whatever move you were planning on doing, it's time for you to make this move. So the ultimate, the union card here is Wombat Spirit, be at home. Okay, so the ultimate message here is be at home. Number 68. Let me just double check. I don't get this card really often. Let me just refresh it in my memory. So number 68. Oh, it's actually the last card of this of this. There's a lot of endings and beginnings here for sure. This is the last card of the oracle. Be at home. So okay, let me just see. Okay, protection message here. Could it be that you are not feeling comfortable in your own skin, thinking that the only way you can be with others is to hide under the protection of a mask or identity you created to protect yourself from getting hurt? This mask or persona is supposed to make you look strong, but it really just robs you of your integrity. Wombat Spirit arrives to nudge you to drop the false masks it is not all others who will hurt you now. It is you who are hurting yourself when you aren't being authentic. Oh my gosh, guys, I have goosebumps right now. It's okay though. You can course correct if you're willing to be yourself no matter what comes. Even if others are not in agreement with your authenticity, you're safe with spirit. Exactly, guys. Right now you're in a beautiful place where you can hang up the coat of your identity and settle into a true sense of home and well-being, understanding that all is well. Everything you do from this place rings true in harmony with spirit. Yeah, and the last one here. When you feel the freedom to be yourself, you can begin to truly feel at home in your life with your family and tribe, guys. I have a strong sense that since this message, the ultimate message for whoever is listening, I have a strong message that for most part this is you, because we just have kind of the same thing over and over. If this is you, so since this is a mirror spread, we have some similarities. So get this message as well. Like I said, if this is you, leap of faith, being who you are, discovering who you truly are, not being afraid, and all that, it applies to you as well, because it's the ultimate message for the collective, two souls, of this union basically. But yeah, it's very, again, magical to me, because I shuffle the cards behind the camera, but I never look at the cards because I want it to be like an authentic experience. I don't want to be, and I want it to be as much as a surprise for me as it is for you guys. So when I see all this, how it all coincides together, and when I see all this, it's like a little map here, that's beautiful. This is why I love my job, because it's just an amazing to see how people's destinies are, working, and it's are expressed basically. So yeah, Wombat Spirit, what is it, what we can tell about you as a union here? Like I said, and like this book says here, the Wombat Spirit talks a lot about the authenticity, being yourself, standing in your own power. And remember I said the song from Adele, you feel like home. This is the feeling when you guys meet with each other. There's gonna be, how do I say it, a silent sense of power, where you just feel so relaxed and so quiet and at peace, because you finally met each other. It feels like all the battles are over, and it's just you, and this this feeling at peace, when you come home after a long day and you just sit on on your couch, or you lay on your bed, and you're like, oh, finally I feel, finally this crazy day is over, let's say, right? This is how this union is gonna feel, and this is truly amazing, guys. I really every group the last group I said I really want to I would like to get the card from group 3, but now I'm looking at this and I'm like, I would like to get this card as well, because this is amazing. This is a beautiful message for you guys. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments down below or share your thoughts if it resonated or if it did not resonate. Just let's have a conversation. I'm very open to that. And yeah, guys, good luck with everything that's going to be happening with you. And I would say buckle up because it's right around the corner. Yeah, subscribe, like, and do whatever people are supposed to do there. Thank you so much for watching. You're very beautiful souls, both of you here. I was really happy to read for you, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.